terms of libel laws because the media is so protected, and it's ridiculous that they're so protected, but they can write virtually anything. The difference is, with me, at least they pay some price. And I think more people should have that attitude, and I think you'd find a lot more accurate reporting, including yours.
What was inaccurate so far?
I thought your demeanor was inaccurate.
Incredible answer from someone who won't release his grades from school. Come on, show us the SAT and ACT scores, Don.
I thought that questions that you were posing to people in my organization were inaccurate and false and unfair.
Well, questions by definition can't be inaccurate.
Exactly. Bingo. But what this clip shows is his vindictive nature with the press and how it spans decades.
The question?
Well, I think the questions themselves were put in such a way that made them statements, and they became statements as opposed to questions, and I think that's not good reporting.
Such as?
It doesn't matter. I mean, I don't think your viewers would be very interested in it, nor do I want to embarrass you.
This is small-minded, it is low, it is out of his depth, par for the course, even if he cheats on the greens.
Those in the financial community I'm talking about, and we talked about this on the phone, who have said, and this is them saying it, not me.
This is them? What do you mean by them? This is one or two people, and what about the positive people?
5 or 6, but the ones who said negative things, and
here we are.
Well, we've got to talk
back to the negative.
Back to the negative.
Back to the. You know what? Do this interview with somebody else.
Well, we talked about this yesterday on the phone. This is exactly what we talked about.
Do the interview with somebody else. Really. Yeah, you don't need this. Do it with somebody else, and have a good time with it. Because frankly, you're a very negative guy, and I think it's very unfair reporting. Good luck.
I disagree with you. Sorry you feel that way. There's nothing that we didn't discuss on the phone, Donald.
That look says it all, doesn't it? Just remarkable. That interview was conducted by Charles Feldman, a journalist who was with CNN. He asked Donald Trump about his financial stability with his casinos in Atlantic City. Well, it wouldn't be the first time, would it?
As a member of the press, let me try to clear up some of the things which you say are untrue. You write in your book, "My bankers and I worked out a terrific deal that allows me to come out stronger than ever. I see the deal as a great victory, and eventually the rest of the world will too." Being on the verge of bankruptcy, being bailed out by the banks,
well, you don't have to say on the
skating on thin ice and almost drowning, that's a businessman to be admired.
You say on the verge of bankruptcy, Barbara, and you talk on the verge, and you listen to what people are saying.
I talk to your bankers.
Well, that's fine. And what do they say? I mean, depending on which banker you're talking to, what do they say?
Let's try to be accurate.
Go ahead.
Some of your friends have told us that you deliberately missed a payment on the Trump Castle debt so that you could negotiate this deal with the bank. Is that true?
Did I deliberately miss it? In other words, did I just say I'm not paying it for a specific
because then I can deal with my banks and I can get short-term, agreements over the long term.
Well, I don't want to comment as to whether or not I deliberately missed
Why
the
not?
payment.
That's important.
I think that the deal that's been worked out is a fair deal. The castle is doing very well. It's starting to do really well. Atlantic City is in the midst of a recessionary area. People are not going down like they used to because they don't have the money.
And the Taj Mahal, which was going to save everything, is just about breaking even, and your other two casinos are down 20% from last year. You have debts to pay back.
Right.
You have huge loans to pay back. You say the country is in a depression. What makes you think that you can pay back those loans? And further, what your bankers have told us is that the only way you even have a chance is by selling that property out there totally, the plaza.
Well, I don't know what the bankers have said. The plaza is a very valuable property. Everybody told me, oh, you paid too much, you paid too much. Now they're all saying what a great deal he made on the plaza.
Truly just gold being displayed here. For POTUS?
At one point, he started to attack the press. And it's just me and my boss and him. He has a huge office. And he's attacking the press. And there were no cameras. There was nothing going on. And I said, that is getting tired. Why are you doing this? You're doing it over and over, and it's boring, and it's time to end that. You've won the nomination. And why do you keep hammering at this? And he said, you know why I do it? I do it to discredit you all and demean you all, so when you write negative stories about me, no one will believe you.
It's a despicable pattern that really has come to its manifestation in Trump 2.0. He will attack the media because he hates what journalists do, credible journalists. He has even stated he hates those that go against him. At Charlie Kirk's memorial, where the Arizona Cardinals play, but keep politics out of sports. I digress. He said, Charlie even said that he loved his enemies and loved his naysayers. I hate them. I want them to fail. I want them to practically not exist. That's who we're dealing with. A vindictive egomaniac who will use Brendan Carr to attack the press. He has done this with Jimmy Kimmel. He has done this with Stephen Colbert. He has done this with Seth Meyers. He has done this with any outlet and any person that goes against him. That is a despicable, buffoonish individual. And the fact that he has reached the presidency for a second time says so much about us. So many within his cult-like followers will see a credible journalist ask him questions, and he goes, you see, to all of his followers, you see the fake news back there? You see all of them? They want to see us fail. I want to see us succeed, and they still fall for it. Troubling times, my friends. And you know who else attacked trans people and the media in their buildup? The Big H in Germany. The similarities are uncanny. They are uncanny, and yet so many just fall for it. It's the banana in the tailpipe. What I find so troubling as well is we have so many years of this monstrosity taking place. So many bad interviews, so many revealing quotes, so many cases of violence against women. His words being violent against the press, and we just don't learn. And what stands out to me as well is what Leslie Stahl said, and I know I've used that clip a few different times, but sadly, it's timeless. Where he said in a closed-door meeting, the whole reason for this shtick is to try and delegitimize members of the press and journalists from asking questions. I mean, I remember at one point, he was being questioned about a golf course in Scotland, Turnberry, and he was saying that he knows better than scientists about windmills. He has also been on a streak of hating windmills for years. Thinks they cause cancer. They do not. Mainly, he just doesn't like the sight of them. That's all that it is. And when he was being questioned by members of parliament, they said, where is the science? And he said, I am the science. He was laughed at, which is the energy that everyone in this country should have when he is talking and trying to say, oh, well, I know everything. No, you don't. This guy knows nothing. Actually, I take that back. He knows how to defraud people. He knows how to take advantage of people. He knows how to reveal the worst parts of society. That is what he has been good at. Division, sowing it each and every day, and trying to delegitimize an industry that really is decaying, if you think about it. We are in very, very dark times within media, and yet we have someone who really did expedite the process. So as I sign off, I say this. If you were one of those people that finally is seeing the light, welcome, because we've known about this stuff since like the 80s. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYT Sports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.